I'm not sure he knew what he was getting into when he started, but I'm sure he was glad to hand the responsibility off to an upcoming senior as he graduates. Please welcome Thomas Ragnow.
Hello. Well, good evening, family and friends. First of all, I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight to celebrate this special occasion with us. When I was first writing this speech, I was thinking about the way that I would introduce myself, because for the past 2 years, we all have introduced ourselves to nurses, physicians, and patients as nursing students. Hello, my name is Thomas, and I'm a nursing student. But tonight we retired that title because we are now officially BSN graduates and hopefully soon registered nurses. As I stand up here tonight, I do have to admit that I am slightly tachycardic, diaphoretic, and tachypnic. In plain English, that means an increased heart rate, excessive perspiration, and rapid breathing, which is completely normal considering that I am giving the speech. But what isn't normal is how excited my dad is to actually know what those words mean. Look, he's literally whispering the translation of those words to my mom right now. Although our time as nursing students has officially come to an end tonight, I still remember that first week just like it was yesterday. On the first day, we introduced ourselves. On the second day, we reviewed the syllabus. On the third day, we spent an entire day learning how to wash our hands from Professor Yanez. I thought to myself, nursing school, what a breeze. Then the fourth day came and it all took a drastic turn. We had 19 chapters to read, 8 skills to learn, and 4 ATI quizzes due the next day. To stand a chance of being successful in nursing school, you would have to quit your job, say goodbye to your family and friends for weeks at a time, reuse dirty clothes, learn how to function on 3 hours of sleep, and risk the chance of your car running out of gas because you just didn't have time to fill it up today. And I swear to you, I never had car troubles until nursing school began. It was Florence Nightingale was down on the above, testing my willpower and capacity during this rigorous battle. As the semester progressed, it also became quite ironic how adequate nutrition, frequent exercise, and proper sleeping patterns began to fall to the bottom of all of our priorities. Some of us quit our gym memberships while others settled for Chili's curbside to go because, you know, dining in just takes way too long. However, we all found a way to make it work. If you were like me, you considered your clinical days your cardio workout and the transportation of your textbooks from class to your car your weightlifting day. Speaking of which, these textbooks that were referred to as the bundle and were double the size of an encyclopedia were no laughing matter. I will never forget the first time I went to pick up that bundle because I made the mistake of riding my bike to school instead of renting a U-Haul. Needless to say, I came more prepared the following semester. When I walked up to the counter, the lady said, "Oh good, you brought your truck this time? Just pull it up around back in the fork." Apparently, I wasn't the only one who came more prepared. I saw girls lugging around Costco-sized carts that were being pulled by a John Deere garden tractor. After many awkward assessments, we became more confident in our ability to perform as healthcare professionals. We were all forced to deal with the challenges that clinical brought, so we all developed strategies to overcome these difficult situations. For me personally, many of my at times spasmodic facial expressions were induced by a variety of smells that assaulted my nasal passages. This is when I implemented what many of us would refer to as the nurse face. The nurse face is fantastic and your patients will love you. For example, when I would walk into a patient's room and begin to gag because of the horrific smell, I would breathe in through my nose, flare up a smile from cheek to cheek, and then quickly flash my teeth and say, "Just checking in, can I get you anything at the moment?" Then I would scurry as fast as I could to the hall, throw my hands on my head, bend at my waist, and exhale as forcefully as possible. But in all seriousness, it is our instructors who have equipped us with the knowledge and skills to adequately be able to perform as a professional nurse. These professors are truly one of a kind, which is what makes the School of Nursing at Abilene University such a close-knit program. While every school has different opportunities in Kansas and Missouri, I truly believe that these professors understand that 1, it's not just about the facts, and 2, it's not just about passing the NCLEX. Over these past 2 years, we have completed 45 classroom exams, 24 ATI comprehensive tests, 6 metrology exams, 9 simulations, 80 hours of observation, 10 group projects, 31 quizzes, and banked in a grand total of 405 clinical hours, all while maintaining a 75% test average and a pulse. Outside of the faculty here at Avila, it is our friends and family who have shared, from all walks of life, who have shared this journey with us. We have missed family dinners, family outings, friends' birthdays, play dates, and much more. These past 2 years have been long and hard. Without the love, encouragement, support, and for some of us, free daycare and free rent, not one of us would be here right now. We love you all and thank you for being there, or not being there when we were trying to study. We thank you for understanding, believing in us, and being our own personal cheerleaders and coaches. To my fellow nursing graduates, it has been an honor to share a ride with you on this roller coaster ride. Together we unite, bound by blood, sweat, and tears, and no, that was not intended to be a metaphor. One of the commonalities that I share with all of these individuals is that we have chosen a career to make a difference, whether it be big or small. But to me, what is so fascinating about nursing is the diversity of people drawn into this profession. No matter where we came from, the individual struggles we have dealt with, we have joined together and have shared anguish, failure, suffering, and triumph. Nursing is the human component of the formula to recover in health, and I, like all of you, relish the opportunity to have a shot. Becoming a leader in the nursing profession is a role that I believe that all of you will step into. Now, what I am about to say is probably the first thing that's not on your mind, but if it is, that's okay. I'm a nurse. I won't judge you. Okay, are you ready? Poop. Poop? Poop. Large, moderate, small, watery, loose, semi-formed, foul-smelling, and don't forget about all the colors of poop. Black poop means there's some sort of clog in the plumbing system, while brown poop that's banana-shaped, you, my friend, are getting all the fiber you need. Keep it up. Okay, you guys are probably thinking, Thomas, what in the world does poop have to do with nursing and being a leader? Well, for starters, let's look at all the most respected leaders. Oprah Winfrey, she pooped. Benjamin Franklin, he invented the light bulb, of course he pooped. Billy Joel, Michael Jordan, Michelle Obama, pooped. Even Hillary Clinton has pooped, according to her leaked emails. But what differentiates us from these famous leaders is that when it comes to poop, whether it be explosive or compacted, we are the ones who clean it up. This attitude is something that we can carry over into all aspects of our upcoming career. We will lead by example, collaborate effectively with our fellow team members, and handle even the messiest situations with our heads held high, a positive attitude, and the mentality to turn any crappy situation around, because that is our duty as nurses. No matter where life takes us, we will always remain grounded in our dedication to this profession. We have a commitment to serve others, and that's what we will do. We will educate our patients about eating habits, smoking, and drinking. We will remind them that becoming healthy is not something that they need to get, but rather something that they already have, as long as they don't disturb it. We will rejoice with the parents in the presence of their newborn baby. We will perform up to hours of CPR to save someone's life. We will provide comfort in those moments of devastating news and build meaningful connections with our patients and their families to make their care feel individualized. We will advocate, protect, and promote interventions that will guide our patients to reach their best possible outcome. As nurses, we will have to have difficult conversations about death and sex and everything else in between, but above all, we will see our patients at one of the most vulnerable times in their life. And that's why we were here. If we were doctors, if we wanted to become doctors, we could have. We became nurses because we genuinely care, not because we have to. We will be the individuals that go unnoticed the most, but that's okay, because we aren't in this profession for recognition. When I was checking out at CVS earlier this year, I encountered a situation that made me aware of my lifelong commitment as a nurse. I approached the register to buy a pack of gum, some shampoo, and some smart water. The cashier began to ring in the gum, and it came to a total of $3.07. But before she finished ringing in the other items, and as I was looking down at the monitor to type in my mom's rewards number, I heard the plastic scanner bounce against the countertop. Within seconds, I reacted and looked up. That is when I saw the cashier's eyeballs roll into the back of her head. Before I could even process the situation, she tumbled to the ground, grasping for something to hold on to. She missed and banged her head against the tile floor. My adrenaline kicked in, and once I got behind the counter, she started to have a seizure. Had it not been for nursing school, I would have not known that holding someone's arms down or trying to open their airway with a tongue depressor is both contraindicated and harmful. I briefly educated the 2 managers who were trying to do that, and we built a barrier around her with cardboard boxes. I watched the seizure continue until the paramedics got there and rushed her to the hospital. As I went back over to purchase the items, something struck me when I saw the gum that cost $3.07 get rung in. I thought to myself of these numbers 3 and 7 because it was the last thing I saw before that seizure began. The numbers 3 and 7 also made me think about my schedule as a nurse and how I will only work 3 out of the 7 days of the week. But just like my day off at CVS, I never know what I would encounter on those other 4 days. Nursing is merely not something we do just 3 times a week. It is a lifestyle. We understand that our drive, compassion, and love for others is a privilege, and that's why it surpasses any other career. Why we will never truly work a day in our life. Again, I want to thank you all for coming tonight and sharing this evening of celebration with us. On behalf of the Avila School of Nursing, class of 2017, we thank you. I would now like to share a video with you that I created in remembrance of the Avila School of Nursing class of 2017. I have made copies for everyone to have, so whether you watch it in 5 years or burn it in a bonfire, that's completely up to you. Thank you.